She stood there like she ruled the universe. Oversized sunglasses perched on her nose, clipboard clutched tight, snapping orders at the workers like she was directing a blockbuster. Her glossy red manicure jabbed left, right, then straight toward my land, as if she'd staked her claim. "Lift that balcony another foot. I don't want shade ruining my sunset view," she barked, sipping from a glittery gold tumbler. What she didn't know? Every nail, every brick, every inch of that $6 million villa was mine. Not hers. Mine. I watched from across the street, kicked back in a lawn chair, sipping iced tea, while she strutted around like a reality TV star. The villa was a beast. 5 bedrooms, a marble-decked kitchen, wraparound balconies, and a pool with LED fountains that danced at night. Best part? It sat right where my old barn used to be, the one I lost to a fire last year. That fire? She, let's call her Vanessa, called my barn an eyesore and practically threw a party when it burned down. She even rallied the HOA to snatch my land for neighborhood development, claiming it reverted to their control since no structure remained. But I never left. I just waited, plotting in the shadows. Vanessa thought she was untouchable, funneling millions of investor cash into her dream villa, bragging at every HOA meeting about how it'd skyrocket property values. No permits, though. She figured her HOA clout was enough. Big mistake. What she didn't know? I'd bought back the land title under a shell company, Horizon Ventures LLC, 3 months before her crew broke ground. That villa, finished, stunning, and 100% mine. She was about to learn the hard way. The day of her big ribbon-cutting ceremony arrived. I strolled up in boots, jeans, and a faded flannel. Exactly the vibe Vanessa despised. HOA folks were buzzing, sipping champagne under fancy white tents. A news van was there, ready to broadcast her luxury HOA living pitch. She spotted me crossing the lawn and shot me a look like I was a stray mutt. "You need to leave," she snapped. "This is a private HOA event." I didn't say a word, just kept walking, slow and steady, until I was face to face with her. Gaudy black and gold banner screaming Sterling Estates grand opening. Then I pulled a folded document from my pocket and held it out. "What's this?" she scoffed, barely glancing at it. "Go on, read it, out loud. For your friends," I said, smirking. She snatched it, her eyes skimming the lines. First, annoyed, then confused, then ghost white. This is fake. It has to be fake," she stammered. An HOA board member, Tom, grabbed the paper. His jaw tightened as he read. You're the owner of Horizon Ventures, LLC? Since February?" I nodded. "Yup, same LLC that owns this entire plot. Bought it from the county. Quiet title judgment, all clear. Every inch of this property's mine." Vanessa stumbled back like I'd slapped her. No, this was HOA common land. You can't just, I can." I cut her off. "And I did. You built your dream house on my dirt." Silence hit like a brick. Even the news crew stopped filming the crowd and swung their camera our way. Then came the kicker she really wasn't ready for. I looked straight at the camera and said, "Cool as ice, and I'm pressing charges for trespassing, illegal construction, and property theft. Hope you kept your receipts." Her jaw dropped. Her perfect little ribbon cutting? Now, the opening act of her downfall. She tried to laugh it off. "This is absurd. Nobody's gonna believe a nobody like you over me. I've got HOA backing. I've got investors." But nobody laughed with her. The board members edged away like she was contagious. Her lawyer, who'd been hyping her real estate genius earlier, suddenly took a call and bailed. Panic clawed up her throat. She was sweating, her gold tumbler shaking so hard it hit the ground with a clunk. "Don't do this," she hissed, stepping closer. "We can work something out. Split it. I'll cut you in on the sales." I just smiled, letting her know the game was over. "You built a $6 million mansion on my land. The only thing you're getting is a court summons." Right on cue, my contact from the county recorder's office rolled up. Gray suit, badge gleaming. He handed Vanessa a thick envelope. She tore it open, eyes darting over words like cease and desist, eviction notice, forfeiture. "This is a joke," she whispered. "You can't steal this from me. It was supposed to be mine. Everyone said it'd be mine." "Funny thing about land," I said. "It doesn't care how loud you yell or how fancy your tumbler is. It only answers to one thing: paperwork." A few folks actually clapped. The HOA treasurer muttered, "We told her to file those permits." Then the final blow landed. A black SUV pulled in, and out stepped a woman in tan slacks, dark green, shirt, and a wide-brim hat. Park Ranger Authority. She held up a document. "Vanessa Sterling, you're under investigation for illegal development on federally surveyed land. This villa violates a protected waterway easement. You're liable." Vanessa went paler than her marble countertops. I didn't say a word, just strolled back to my chair, took a sip of tea, and watched her dream turn into the nightmare she'd earned. burned. She didn't go quietly, of course. She yelled at the ranger, the news crew, the HOA board, demanding a vote, screaming, "I'm the HOA president!" But her voice was just noise now. People filmed, whispered, backed away like her mess might stain them. The ranger radioed for backup while Vanessa flailed, shouting about lawsuits. Then her investors showed up, 3 suits, looking pissed. The guy in the blue tie didn't even blink. "Vanessa, you said the land was clear. You said you owned it outright." "I did," she stammered. "I mean, I thought I did. It was just a technicality." "Not a technicality when we lose $6 million, he snapped. "You said permits were in progress. You said the HOA had authority. None of that's true, is it?" She tried to answer. Nothing came out. The second investor looked at me. "You willing to sell?" Vanessa spun around. "You can't ask him that. This is my project." "No, Vanessa," I said, standing slow. "You stole this." Then I dropped the final twist. I pulled another paper from my pocket. Drone footage, time-stamped, high-res, showing every illegal dig, every trespass, every phase of construction. All saved, all legal, all handed to the sheriff last week. "You're not just losing this house," I said. "You're losing everything tied to it. Investors, your HOA crown, and probably your freedom soon." The ranger tapped her arm. "Ma'am, come with me for questioning, and stop yelling in front of the cameras." Vanessa's hands shook as she was led to the SUV. Phones were out, neighbors gawked, and the queen of the HOA was dethroned. On my land, I sat back, sipped my tea, and let her nightmare play out.